This is the Helio Strap Special Edition that Amazfit just sent me. Now it's mainly a change in sort of the shell of the device, and the internal hardware, as far as I understand, is still the same. But the way that the strap now connects and the material of the strap are quite a bit different. By the way, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rob and I'm a postdoctoral scientist specializing in biological data analysis. Now normally I do scientific analyses of these devices, and I'm going to start testing the Amazfit Helio strap now, but I have no analysis to share with you now. I have more sort of an opinion on this new design, and I want to show you what I think is great about this and why I'm happy that I did this, and also the small things that I'm still struggling with. Now before, in my testing at least, the Amazfit Helio strap was amazing for heart rate tracking. As you can see in this overview right here, it's among some of the top devices. So the ones to the top right are doing best, and the Amazfit Helio strap is marked in red. So it's really one of the best devices, especially when worn on the biceps. And it seems that at least for me with this strap, I can also wear it here, as I'll show you in a second. Now this is still sort of a prototype, so some things in the material might still change, but I really like this redesign of the Amazfit Helio strap. The material is much more stretchy. That's one thing I really struggled with the original Helio strap. The material was quite a bit tougher, so in terms of comfort, this is a lot better. And what I also like, that at least for my biceps, which are decently sized but not amazingly sized, I can wear it both on my wrist, but then if I make it bigger, let me show you. So if I make it bigger, it's very stretchy, and I can actually also wear it with the same strap on my biceps right here. So it looks quite good. It is a bit tight, so I still have to see how comfortable that is in the long run. But overall, it makes it more versatile for me at least. But this is my specific ratio of also my wrist and my biceps that makes this possible. It is a little bit tight-ish, so I have to see in the long run if I'll keep using it like this. But for now, I'll start testing this, and I'm really excited to see how it works. Now, the way you adjust the size is a bit weird. So if I now want to go back to the wrist-based version, so the connection is now a little bit different. So now in this case, let's see if the camera will focus. So now right here on this side, you can see that the strap actually goes through, so you can move it. So then to adjust the size, I basically pull this all the way through. And then also on this side, I need to adjust it. So I don't know if I'm being silly and there's something else I can do, but this is the way I found that you can basically adjust the size. So now it's again in sort of that smaller configuration, and now it fits more or less reasonably well on my wrist. So it's a bit of an effort to get it actually on. So now it's reasonably tight on my wrist, as you can see, and it doesn't really move. So it works, but taking it on and off is a bit more of an effort now. Now you could again also basically remove this strap fully, but then putting that back on while it's on your wrist is not possible for me at least. So yeah, that's the new Amazfit Helio Strap Special Edition that I've got. I'm really excited to start testing it, and I can really alternate it between my wrist and my biceps. I'm not sure how it is intended. I didn't get all information on this device yet, and the booklet that was inside basically seemed to be the standard booklet, so it didn't say anything special. But I wanted to share with you that I got this new device, and I also made one new discovery that probably most people already knew about, but I'll show you that during the unboxing, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Now, Amazfit sent me the special edition of the Helio strap, so let's actually see what's inside and what makes it special. Now, it might actually be that this is a pre-release model and that the final band will look a little bit different from what I have here. But let's see what it looks like. There we go. So this is the special edition. From what I understand, especially the material might be different, but I actually like this stretchy feel. And here we have the actual Helio strap pod. Okay, so this is actually quite a bit different from the other Helio strap. So this makes it quite a bit easier to switch this also to a bicep band, for instance. Whoops. Now the charger is still the same. Yes. So you can just push it out again. This is actually a really smart design. And it just goes in. Cool. So let's see if I can find the normal Helio strap for comparison. Okay, so I'm just silly. I just never realized that with the Amazfit Helio strap, you could push out this middle part right here. Then I think it's actually a shame that if you buy these kind of biceps bands, that they don't come with the extra sort of thing that goes around it. So the design has changed a bit, it seems. Now there is this sort of fabric going through the actual sort of outside of the pod, whereas before it couldn't really move. So here we have the old version where you can see that on top it's really attached on both sides and you cannot move it at all. Whereas with this special edition, you can see it's able to move around. Yeah, so I guess the main difference is that now this attachment point is different. I don't know if that will make changing things easier or harder, but I do like now that I realize that you can actually pop it just in and out of this part right here. So now that I have a second one, I can keep this attached to a biceps band, and then that way I can just quickly switch between the wrist-based one and the biceps band. You just need to make sure you have two of these sort of outer shells. So yeah, this is the Amazfit Helio strap special edition. I'll be testing out this new version of the Amazfit Helio strap, which is basically just cosmetically different, because some of you have said that the firmware updates have made a huge difference. I'm really curious to see if that is indeed the case. Now, as I said, I didn't get around to actually testing this, but I will actually start testing now, because many of you mentioned there have been firmware updates of the Amazfit Helio strap that should make potentially the sleep stage tracking also better. So it might move up in that graph, because before the heart rate tracking was amazing, the sleep stage tracking less so. So I'm really excited to test it out. I really like the new stretchy material. It's much more comfortable. And I'll also reach out to my Amazfit rep to find out what the actual design changes were and why they were made like this. So sort of what the rationale is behind designing it like this now. So with the new connection and a new strap, I also like the new color. So overall, I really like the design. Given the popularity of the device, it's somewhat surprising that Amazfit didn't release more bands for it, more options. Because I recently did a survey of people that have screenless devices, and a video on that will come out soon. But there I saw that the Amazfit Helio strap was basically the most popular screenless device out of the people that took that survey. And so far, like 600 people have taken it. So that's the Amazfit Helio strap special edition. As I said, there might be some changes. This is still a prototype. Now, it would really help if you subscribe to this channel. And also, if you do end up getting an Amazfit Helio strap, either the normal or special edition, you want an Aura ring, a Whoop strap, an H-Sleep pod, another device, or anything at all on Amazon for that matter, if you first click my link before your purchase, it would really help. And for many of the affiliate links down below, you get the best discount possible. And specifically, if you use the Amazon affiliate link, if you can use that before any purchase that you make, even something like toilet paper, it really helps the channel out. It doesn't cost you any extra, and it's the most easy way of giving financial support to this channel. Now, I think you might also want to check out my full review of the original Helio strap and this video on the Whoop strap.